Here are my top 6 ways to consolidate debt and the credit scores needed to do so. Number 1 is with a credit card balance transfer. These can be great because besides the small balance transfer fee, you're going to have 0% interest between the next 12 to 24 months depending on the card. And you're going to also get to keep your current credit cards that you've had maxed out open. This also is going to help your credit scores because it's going to decrease your credit utilization pretty much instantly. Consolidating your debt with a business credit card can literally be the best because it takes all that debt off of your personal credit. But you will have to have a business and you have to have a high enough income and a high enough credit score to get approved for a high enough limit. Most likely not, so that's why we're moving to number 2, which is a debt consolidation loan. A debt consolidation loan is a loan that you're going to get that's going to pay off all these credit cards. This will take you from that daily compounding interest into a simple interest with a loan. And with an installment loan, you're going to be able to pay off the debt within a reasonable time frame, even with just making the minimum payments. The problem with this one though is again getting approved because you're going to need a high enough credit score, typically at least 650, and a low enough debt to income, which is normally the thing that kicks people out. And again, the challenge is, look, even if you are able to get approved, it's getting approved for a high enough amount to be able to pay off the debt. And for those of you who can't, let's go to option 3, which is a debt management plan, a DMP, through a consumer credit counseling agency. I love these and really almost put them at number 1. And how they work is your debt will be consolidated into one monthly payment, but instead of, let's say, getting late payments or anything like that, you will stay current with all your bills. And if you're behind, it'll catch you up. It'll waive any late fees that you owe. But how it helps is it reduces the interest rates on all your debts. So if you're paying like a 29% interest on your credit cards, it's going to reduce it anywhere between 0% to 11%. The challenge here is getting approved for one, because if you make too much income, you're not going to be able to get approved for it. Also, you will have to close your credit cards with this. I know you wanted to keep the credit cards, but look, getting rid of those credit cards could be really good for you because it prevents you from taking on more debt. And the first step to getting out of debt is to stop taking on more. Now, number 4 is a debt settlement program. I love debt settlement, although it gets a bad rep because it allows you to save money and it forces you to not use credit and rely on credit anymore. This is where if you owe $30,000 on your credit cards, you're going to end up paying back only around $15,000, and sometimes even less if you get a better deal. The only problem with this one is you will have to get late payments typically on these accounts, and sometimes even default on these accounts to reach settlements. So expect a significant drop in your credit scores when you first start this process. Number 5 is a home equity line of credit. Now, some might say this should be higher on the list, but I don't like risking my house just to pay off debt. Because if you were to get this line of credit and you paid off the credit cards and you were to miss payments and default on this line of credit, then you can lose your house. So go at your own risk. Now, number 6, last one, is bankruptcy chapter 13. A bankruptcy chapter 13 consolidates your debt into an affordable monthly payment for you. This is another great option because this allows you to get a reset on your life and give you a affordable monthly payment literally for all your debts. The benefit of this is that it's going to pay off all those creditors. So when you look at your credit report, it'll just show zero balance for each one. Problem though is if you miss payments, or if you miss like 1 or 2 payments, you're done and the bankruptcy is dismissed and you got to start all over. Also, it stays on your public record for the rest of your life. But this can be good because again, it forces you to not rely on credit, and the first step to getting out of debt is to stop taking on more. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and leave me a comment. What are your thoughts? What would be your top 6? Also, if you need help consolidating your debt, go to the link in my profile and contact me today. And if you want to stay up to date with all things credit or debt, make sure you give me a follow.